Yeah. Let's.
She will do a nice bhajan. Okay. You want to try? Hare Krishna only. Anything you want to do some bhajan? I can get you this one. You can consider.
Jacket.
How do you keep it up? Right? Yes. Like this.
Can I sing Hindi song?
And then one round of chanting. And then we start with
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति, मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति, उतारू में गिरधर तेरी आरती, उतारू में गिरधर तेरी आरती, मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति, उतारू में गिरधर तेरी आरती। राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण बोल, राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण बोल, मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति, उतारो में गिरधर तेरी आरती, मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति, उतारो में गिरधर तेरी आरती। करुणा करो कष्ट हरो ज्ञान दो भगवन, भव में फंसी नाव मेरी तार दो भगवन, करुणा करो कष्ट हरो ज्ञान दो भगवन, भव में फंसी नाव मेरी तार दो भगवन, दर्द की दवा तुम्हारे पास है, जिंदगी दया की है भीख मांगती, मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति, उतारू में गिरधर तेरी आरती, मन में बसा कर तेरी मूर्ति, उतारू में गिरधर तेरी आरती। राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण बोल, राधे कृष्ण राधे कृष्ण बोल। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Try. Try. Hare Krishna song. Let's sing. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. You have to sing Gayatri, but let's start practicing. It's a seva. Continue. Hare Krishna, we will follow you.
Just chant, yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
That's it.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
So we should not feel shy to say Krishna. We should not feel shy. Never.
వద్దమ్మా మీరు మరి ఆపండమ్మా కూతురు పడతారు లేదు ఆడుతున్నారు ముగ్గురు దగ్గర మైకి దగ్గర వెళ్ళండి. ఓకే రామారామ చెప్పండి. రామారామ చెప్పండి. ఇప్పుడు అక్క చెప్పింది కదా ఇప్పుడు దాకా అలాగే హరే రామ హరే కృష్ణ అంటే.
Do you want me to display the words?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. That will be helpful, right?
Yeah, ఇప్పుడు look there. ఈ పెద్దలు ఎదుగుతుంది నీకు హిందూ మందిరంలో రచన గారికి చెప్తాను మీకోసం ఒక కార్యక్రమం మిమ్మల్ని ఎక్కడికో తీసుకెళ్ళాలని ఏం ప్రయత్నిస్తుంటే మీరు 4 గోడల మధ్య ఉంటే ఎక్కడ అంటా ఉండరు.
Okay.
అంతే.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
మీరు ఎలా పెట్టుకోగలుగుతుందా?
I will help you. I will teach you. Right? So you have to keep like this.
ఈ చేతి పట్టుకో మనసు ఈ
Like this. Yeah. Very good. So you see, this one finger is coming up. The second middle finger we are holding. So we will do one complete round of japa meditation. So you can keep it in your lap, not on the floor, just in your lap. Okay. In the lap. Okay. So one round. So we will do just only one round today. It will take 7 minutes, approximately 7 to 8 minutes, and then we'll go for stories, and then we'll go for some slokas. Okay.
And
So
move forward. Like this is moving forward.
This way, like this.
No,
It's
this way.
you have to bring it down, like this,
Pull it towards you. Pull
like
it
this,
towards
like this.
you.
Yes.
Okay.
Pull it towards you. See this.
One by one. So before that, we'll go for chanting the Panchatattva. Yeah. No, inside you have to bring it inside, like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Are you done? One third completed?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So, do you know why we are using the So this is called tulsi beads, right? Kids, you know, tulsi beads. This is called tulsi beads. Okay. Do you know why we are using tulsi beads and chanting? Did anyone know? Okay. There are so many benefits using tulsi beads and chanting, right? There are so many benefits, hundreds of benefits. So one benefit which you can understand, right? One benefit very easily. So as we are all very devoted, but we are not allowed to go inside the temple's sanctum, right? We can go up to in front of Murti, we can really. Can we allowed to go and touch the Murti? No, right? We cannot. No one is allowed. Only priest can do. But what is the benefit we can do by using the tulsi beads? When we touch the tulsi beads with our fingers, we can, and chanting the name, it is equivalent to touching the lotus feet of the deity in the temple, right? So we can touch and we can chant. We can touch and chant. So the beauty is at least 108 times we are able to touch on a single day, right? So this is one of the biggest benefit. So if you want to touch the lotus feet of God every single day, then you have to use the tulsi beads and chant. So how many of you have tulsi beads in home? Anyone? So if you have in home, you can use the tulsi beads. We can chant without touching also, but if you touch the tulsi beads and chant, we have a lot of benefits. We are going to touch the lotus feet. If you don't have tulsi beads, feel free to take one here. When you go home, if you are interested to touch the Krishna's feet every single day, if you are interested, take it. And then every single day after bath, even before bath also you can touch it. Right? So Krishna allows you. Krishna allows you to touch the tulsi beads even before taking the bath. You can wash your face, clean up, wash your hands, and then use tulsi beads and then say Krishna's name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. So this is one of the biggest. You remember, right? Why we are using? So it's very equivalent to touching the lotus feet of Sri Krishna and calling him. Okay. So we have new devotees here. So first of all, I would like to thank Hare Krishna Prabhu. So thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So you all know him, right? So everyone, last week, I think couple of weeks ago, right?
Yes.
So everyone has come, right? Almost. Now Surendra has not come. So there is a recently they opened. You came, right? No?
This is our first time.
Oh, okay. No. In Korkaram.
Yeah.
So there's a temple opening there in Korkaram. So they used to do a lot of Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. I think you are continuously Bhagavad Gita person.
Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Morning, Sunday morning we do Bhagavatam and Friday evening we do Bhagavad Gita.
Okay. So there are simultaneously going on. But right now it's on the temple program. Do you have any online classes?
Online we do not have right now, but I think Sarika Mataji or someone is doing, Manohar Prabhu is doing online also.
Okay. So I think so Adhistesha Prabhu here. So and there is other devotees also in the group. So they agreed to come here on alternate Saturdays to teach about Srimad Bagavatham. So how many of you knows Srimad Bagavatham? I think there are few faces here, right? Kids, you also know, right? So do you know what is Bhagavatam? No, right? No, you do not know. Srimad Bhagavatam is all about the stories and leelas of Sri Krishna. So we are going to talk about all the stories, leelas, what he did, how this universe was created. There are so many things, right? It's very interesting, very fascinating, very, very interesting. And by hearing those stories, we are also going to get great benefits. Okay? So Bhagavata Purana, there are stories, there are Ramayana, there are Mahabharata, there are Vedas, Upanishads and all that. So Ramayana and Mahabharata are two epics. So we all know, right? So last time I think I shared this information. There is a difference between epic and Puranas. So in India, how many epics we have? Two epics. Ramayana, where it talks about Rama, and Mahabharata. Have you heard about this? Have you seen any serials? No OT? No. So I think you have to watch those serials available on the YouTube and stuff. So Srimad Ramayana, Sri Mahabharata. So Ramayana and Mahabharata are two great epics where God himself come to earth and did his Leela. So it is called epic because the story is written at the same time it has happened. Right? So Ramayana, Valmiki writes the story when Rama was alive. Right? So that's what it's called epic. Similarly, Mahabharata is written by who? Vedas. So you have to keep remembering all the things, right? Because as a kid, you have a lot of memory power. You have to keep it everything in the mind. You have to keep Ramayana and Mahabharata. Ramayana is written by Valmiki and Mahabharata is written by Vedavyas. So Vedavyas wrote this great epic when everyone was alive. When Krishna was there, he written. So that's what it is called Mahabharata. It's happening in one particular period. Within 100 years or 200 years, whatever that time period happens, it was written. So among the other Puranas, Srimad Bhagavath Puranam is one of the higher level Puranas. Purana means what? It's all about the old stories. Purana. Right? So how many Puranas we have in India? There are around 18 Puranas. 18 Puranas, and out of 18 Puranas, 6 Puranas are Sattvic Puranas. Sattvic means the highest level, devotional, spiritual, without any. Sattvic means it's a complete goodness, the mode of goodness. So among those Sattvic Puranas, so Bhagavatam. So why we have to learn Srimad Bhagavatam? There are stories behind it. Are you interested in learning the story? I can show you some images also. Stories. The glories of Bhagavatam. Okay. So Bhagavatam, so Purana, generally they have a grammar, they have given certain rules. A Purana should have at least minimum 5 points. It has to discuss about 5 things. One is it has to talk about the creation of whole universe or something. Every Purana it talks about this. And second thing, dissolutions. That means how it get dissolved. And then third one is heritage. So what are the kings they rule? And the fourth one is Manvantras. It's again different of how many Manus they rule the universe. And the last one is, and it also explain about all the good informations about the God. And also this, right? These are minimum 5 characteristics should be there in Puranas. How many? 5. It has to talk about creation, it has to talk about annihilation, dissolutions, and it has to talk about the genealogy, the heritage, and it has to talk about the kings, and it has to talk about all the important things that happened during each period. Right? So Bhagavata Purana is a Mahapurana. Mahapurana means what? The biggest Purana, the great Purana. Why it is Mahapurana? Because apart from 5 characteristics, it has 10 characteristics. So what are the 10 characters? It's a kind of a little bit boring, but you have to learn what are the 10 characters of Bhagavata Purana. Why it is called Mahapurana? Because it has to talk about the Sarga. Sarga means the primary creation. So what has been created first? What has been created second? That's the Sarga. Right? Visarga, secondary creation. Then Sthana. It means it talks about how to maintain the whole universe. And fourth one is Poshna, nourishment. And then fifth one is Viti, material desires. Sixth is Manmantra, I think the reign of each Manu. There are so many Manus that rule the kingdom, and it talks about each Manu. And seventh one is activities of Lord and his devotees. And the eighth is Nirodha, which is annihilation, so how it gets dissolved. And the ninth is Mukti. Do you know what is Mukti? Mukti? Mukti means liberation. So from all our karmas, when we get liberated, that means called Mukti. Moksha. Moksha. So going to heaven is not Mukti. Going to heaven is not Mukti. Because we are doing some good karmas, we go to heaven, and after completing that good deed, then we come back. So mukti means it's a liberation from the whole karmas. We are going back to Godhead. So we are going back to Godhead and we want to live with God. That is called mukti and moksha. And the last is asraya, which means supreme shelter. So Mahapurana should talk about all these characters. So that's what Bhagavatam is called, Bhagavata Mahapurana. Okay. So now we need to understand how Bhagavata Purana starts, right? Generally. So it's a story, it's coming here. So within Kali Yuga, several thousand years ago, few thousand years ago, there are a lot of rishis, munis. Do you know munis? They will do meditation like this, right? So even today also there are a lot of things they are going come on a yajna. So hundreds of munis together sitting in a place called Naimisharanya. Have you ever heard about this? Naimisharanya? In India, there are totally 8 places which is called it's not created by anyone. It's all by its own. Swayam Shaktra. Swayambhu. Have you heard about Swayambhu? Swayambhu means it's coming its own. In India, there are 8 Swayam Shaktrams. I can show you some kind of images so you can understand here. So are you seeing this one? So these are all Swayam Shaktrams. So Naimisharanya is one of these Swayam Shakstram where all the munis are there. So what they are doing? They are doing some yagnas for the goodness of the universe. If you see the Naimisharanyam in the third picture, right? It is in the form of forest. So God is residing in the form of forest. It's Naimisharanya. So all munis are there. At that time, there is one great Maharishi who came. What is the name of the Maharishi? The Maharishi name is Suta Pauranika. Suta Pauranika. So he came. Then all the rishis, these are all the stories you have done. Why Bhagavata Purana is so important, right? They are all stopping him and asking, hey, oh great Rishi, in the age of Kali, the Kali Yuga, so how the human being can live better and attain or go back to Godhead, right? In the age of Kali Yuga, we are living here, how to live happily, and after this life, what is the way to go back to Godhead? See? Naimisharanya? Okay. So he is telling a story. He is telling the way, what way we have to follow. Right? So at the time, he is telling a story. The only way to go back to Godhead is always in this age to chant Hare Krishna, to talk about God generally. So only we have to reach the God by chanting His name continuously. We can do it in different ways. Lalita Sahasranamam or Vishnu Sahasranamam, Ramanamam. Similarly, Hare Krishna Nam is the biggest mantra of all mantra and the most easiest mantra. And the second thing is by listening the great stories of God, Vishnu, which is listed everything in the Bhagavata Purana. So about Bhagavata Purana, it's the glory of Srimad Bagavatham Purana is mentioned in Bhatma Purana. Yeah, in Bhatma Purana it is listed. So now Bhagavata Purana, if you look into this, it all talks about stories, and within the stories it talks about another stories. In another stories, it's going to talk about another stories. It's all a package and bundle of stories. Yeah? So the first story, it talks about a story which is given from Narada Muni. At the age of Kali Yuga, so there are 3 persons. There are 3 persons who is lying in the ground. Narada Muni came that way. There are 3. So here, If you see 3%, one person is a beautiful woman. Her name is Bhakti. So that's what the Purana explains. Her name is Bhakti. So it's a beautiful woman. And there are two younger, very old persons. They are lying in the ground. They are not able to stand up. But they are the sons of the beautiful woman. It is called, one person is called, I'll show you some images so that way you can see here. Are you seeing this one? One lady, and there are two sons. One is Jnana, another one is Vairagya. Jnana means knowledge, and Vairagya means detachment. Detachment from the whole thing, right? The whole world. So it's a kind of thinking. So she is beautiful, but her sons are very old. So why it is happening? Because in Kali Yuga, right, getting mukti is very tough. It's not easy. So when we have possessed all these qualities, bhakti, jnana, vairagya, then we will easily attain moksha, mukti, go back to Godhead. So now bhakti is also very old in the age of Kali Yuga. But when she reached the place of Yamuna, you know Yamuna, where Krishna was born and played in the river, Yamuna river. So when she reached the Yamuna river, she had become her beautiful form. But the other two characters, which is Jnana and Vairagya, they are still not able to come to their young form. You understand, right? The stories. You can see three people, they're all struggling. So Narada came, and Narada tried to help to bring back Jnanam and Vairagyam to their original form. So he started singing some stories. He started singing Vedas. He started singing about Bhagavad Gita. But after doing a lot of effort, these two people are not waking up. They're not standing. So Narada became very worried. So what is the good thing I can do? How they are not able to come? So at that time, there are 4 Kumaras from Brahma. There are Sanat Kumaras. They came and they advised. Who is the 4 Kumaras? Yeah. Sanaka Sanandana. It is there in the slide number 5. You saw this? I can go. Where is this? Yeah, these are the 4 Kumaras. They came, they advised. What they advised? You have to read or study or explain Srimad Bagavatham. Then if you read Bhagavatam, then all 3 people can wake up. Or the Jnana and Vairagyam, they will attain their original form. Right? So that's what he explained. So Narada, what she did? Narada started reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, not Bhagavad Gita. He already read Bhagavad Gita, but still they are not able to wake up. So in order to wake up, he has to read Srimad Bagavatham. So when he started explaining, reading all the 18,000 slokas of Srimad Bhagavatam, then Jnana and Vairagyam, they wake up, they gain their original form. So from that, what we are trying to learn is, in order to go back to Godhead, one is bhakti is very important. That is the basic thing. With bhakti, we have to learn the knowledge, right? Knowledge of God, right? And slowly we have to understand God. And then vairagya, detachment. So I think until the age of, you guys are age of 10, 15, 20, until the age of 40, you'll easily get bhakti. We can go to temple, we pray, you'll get bhakti. But the knowledge of God, it's not easy. So you have to start attending classes like this, satsang, right? There are so many places Prabhu is doing for many years, right, Prabhu? For last 10 years? So 20 years. So 20 years, if you started listening slow by slow, we can gain some knowledge. then slowly we can gain bhakti and knowledge also we can get. Maybe after the age of 50, 60, 70, slowly we'll get the detachment from the material interest, right? We are not interested in party. We are not interested in wearing lot of gold. We are not interested in going to any kind of material purchase like Disney World or something. So that's detachment. So we'll try to stay with God, right? So once we have all three things, so slowly we have an opportunity to go back to Godhead. This is one story, right? This is one story. What you learn? Kids, I'll ask you the question. What are the three characters you saw? Bhakti,
Bhakti,
and their sons are
Vairagya and
Jnana.
Jnana.
Jnana means knowledge. Vairagya means detachment. So if you want to go back to Godhead, we should have first Bhakti.
But then you can go to Disney World.
You can go to Disney World, but not. You can go now, but in future. I'm talking about. We'll have more interest towards God, and we'll get less interest in other pleasures. At this age, you can go now. But slowly, when Krishna is giving, when you go back, if you want to go close to Krishna, automatically you lose their interest. Okay? Okay. Good. You want to go to the okay. So he will feel very bad. Okay. So Narada started reading Bhagavad Gita, right? Not Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Purana, storing all the things. So then if he started reading everything, then Vishnu himself, he came down to listen. Because Lord Krishna is very much interested to attend the programs. Wherever there is a satsang happens and there is a Bhagavad Purana, he will come. So since Narada is a very spiritual soul, he started reading all 18 slokas of 18,000 slokas of Bhagavad Purana. Lord Vishnu himself came. Then Lord Brahma came. Then a lot of other demigods, they also came to attend the place. So Lord Brahma has a doubt why Bhagavad Purana has so much of greatness, because when they read other Upanishads, when they read Vedas, when they read Bhagavad Gita, the Jnana and Vairagya, they didn't wake up, right? Why Bhagavad Purana has so much of greatness? So he want to measure that in a what we can call balance, what? Trust. Balance, right? So you want to start everything in the Taras, right? So he put all the Vedas, he put all the Upanishads, and also he put all the punyas of doing some great tapa. Tapa means tapas, right? So if you do tapas, you do yajna, you do a lot of yatra to all the spiritual places, and you go to Ganga, you go to all the sacred rivers, and you go to Pushkarams, and you go to Prayaga. Prayaga means, Prayaga, sacred rivers join, three sacred rivers join to each other, the place where it interacts each other. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. So Prayagraj. And do you know Ashwamedha Yaga? Ashwamedha Yaga. Ashwamedha Yaga means, do you know anyone? You know, right? Yeah. So Ashwamedha in the sense, one god, right? Sorry, a king who is ruling a country, he sent his horse to the nearby countries. You see, have the stories? If anyone who try to capture the horse, then he has to fight with the king and then win. If he agrees, the other king is so powerful, then they will not touch it. So wherever the horse goes and come back in 1 year, the whole area belongs to the king. So if you do one yaga, he'll become Chakravarti. He'll be empress, big one. If you do 100 Ashwamedha yaga, 100 every year one, he will get the power equal to Indra. He'll get power equal to Indra. So you keep in one taras, you keep all the benefits. Keep Vedas, keep Upanishads, keep all the tapas, all the spiritual visits, all the punyas, and also plus 100 Ashwamedha yaga. and on the other side you put Bhagavata Prana. So which is great now? So still Bhagavata Prana is much higher weight and it has so greatness which is not equal to all these things. Right? I'll show you something here. Are you seeing it? If you Bhagavata Prana is greater than all the things. How much greater? Bhagavata Prana is 16 times greater than all these benefits. So it is in the Padma Purana. Okay. So how much it is important to learn about Srimad Bhagavatam, right? So this is why we are all focused to learn about the Leelas of God. Okay. So Bhagavad Purana is greater than all these things. All tapas, yajna, yatra, Ganges, everything. So in your lifetime, if you read Bhagavad Purana in your lifetime, you don't need to go to all these places. You can easily achieve all the benefits by reading 18,000 slokas. It's not easy to learn, it's easy to read, but in vedabase.org, we have beautifully explained everything, word by word, sentence by sentence, by great Acharya Srila Prabhupada. So that's what we requested Prabhuji and Guru to come here. Prabhuji, you can help us reading these slokas and teach all the things.
Prabhu, you already know everything, Prabhu. So, no, it is very nice explanation that Prabhu has given, the summary of Bhagavatam. So, Uday Prabhu, you all have been working with him, right? Uday Prabhu and Surendra Prabhu?
Yeah.
He was coming, right?
Yes, there.
So, what is the format? Whatever, do we need to go to the shlokas now?
Slokas, yeah.
Okay.
So
So, which shloka are we on? Second canto? No, first canto.
first canto only.
Okay.
But before going to the other Purana, I'll just tell only one thing from Srimad Bhagavatam Purana. So in Bhagavad Purana, it says, one who cannot deliver his dependents from the path of repeated birth, death, should never become a spiritual master, a father, a husband, or mother. It is in, I'll open up here. It is in Bhagavad Gita. Are you saying it now? So what it is given? Gururna. This Gururna. Gururna nasyat svajano na.
Nasasyat svajano nasasyat pita nasasyat janani nasasyat devam natasya napati yasasya namo chajiya samupeta mrityum.
Wow, beautiful Prabhuji. So anyone can read the translation? Yeah, read it. Yeah.
One who cannot deliver his dependence from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipful
Devgar. So its meaning is one who is not able to give the path, right? Deliver his dependence from the path of repeated birth and death, which is called moksha, right? He cannot be a spiritual master. He cannot be a mother. He cannot be a father. He cannot be even God, demigod also. So everyone in this life, right? Everyone has a reason for it, right? A computer has a reason. A mouse has a reason. A speaker has a reason, right? So everything has a reason, but The reason for our human form is to understand, self-realize, and try to go back to Godhead, right? Their purpose. So that's from Srimad Bhagavatam. I come into the middle because I want to show you why Srimad Bhagavatam is very important. Right? Srimad Bhagavatam will help you to go back to Godhead. It gives you a lot of attachment towards Krishna and detachment from the material pleasures. So there are so many stories we are going to hear. Every time when you hear, it will give you some kind of pastimes, some glories, some leelas, right, about Krishna. Okay, some real interesting stories which happen. Okay, so now it's all about to Prabhuji, who can help us to read the slokas and something. Last time we talked about we completed chapter 1 to 3 or something. Let me check.
So while Prabhuji is looking at it, Prabhu already gave the summary of Srimad Bhagavatam and what it is, right?
Yeah.
So no, you are able to hear, right?
Everyone is hearing.
So like Prabhu says on the Naimisharanya, the sages were together because they were doing all the austerities, yagnas were doing, because now the Kali Yuga was about to come. So this is after Parikshit. You know who the Parikshit Maharaj is? King Parikshit. Who is he?
Son of Dharma.
Not son of Dharmaraj. He is Abhimanyu. Do you know Abhimanyu? Abhimanyu's son. Who is Abhimanyu? Arjuna. And who is Arjuna? Okay, one of the Pandavas. And he is very dearmost friend of Lord Shri Krishna, right? So he is a very dearmost friend of Lord Shri Krishna, is Arjuna. And in Bhagavad Gita, you have seen the picture of Arjuna and Lord Shri Krishna, right? So Parikshit Maharaj was about to die, and Kali Yuga is about to come, right? And when Kali Yuga is about to come, so all the sages, because they were very concerned and they were very, worried about the people in general, that what will happen to them. So they wanted to do the yagnas, and they did yagnas for 10,000 years. Okay, so this is before the Kali Yuga started. So they started 10,000 years. They did the yagnas to delay the period of Kali Yuga. And while that is going on, then Parikshit Maharaj's story that you will hear in the Bhagavatam, that Parikshit Maharaj was cursed and he was about to die in 7 days. So then he said that he was the king of all the world, like whole universe, not the universe, but the whole earth, planet. He was the king. And he has only 7 days. So what did he do in that 7 days? Kids will just guess what did he do? Like if he, yes.
Taking out of ice creams, right?
He decided to go to Disney World, right? Because it's only 7 days left. So I need to go to Disney World. I need to go to, all the rides that I have to do. I have to eat all the nice food because I'm only 7 days left. Is it what he did? No? Then what did he do?
He prayed.
Prayed, right? Why? You don't know? Right? So that is why he read Bhagavatam.
Wow.
So,
RadhaKrishna.
so what it is that Parikshit Maharaj, he had only 7 days because son of Brahmana cursed him. So he was able to give up everything. Okay? What do you mean by give up everything? What do you mean? He was detached. And how can you be detached? For example, Maharaj says that you, everyone on the plane, let's say that, take an example because you have never been on the train, I assume. Right? You have been? Oh wow. All of you have been on the train. Very nice. You have been on the train. Okay. So on the train, you have been on the platform, railway platform, and let's say that you have 10 different suitcases, big suitcases, right? And then you have to get up into the train. How much time it's going to take? And you are alone. Nobody is going to help you.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. And does the train stay for 10 minutes? No. Probably not, right? So it's going to just come 2 minutes, not even 2 minutes. And you have 10 suitcases to put it in the train and then get up there and all those things. And by the time you already left. The train already left and you are stayed on the platform. So same thing with Parikshit Maharaj also. He had the opportunity to get into the train in 7 days. Okay, but if he had all those luggage of the whole world, because he was the emperor of the whole world, right? So if he had so much of luggage and if he wanted to take everything with him, then he would have never been able to get onto the train. So he already, when he was the king, he worked in such a way that he has no luggage with him. He was always giving it to someone else to take care of it, right? He was not attached with any of his work. So Maharaj says that whenever, for example, for all the adults, for all of us who work, when we go at work, the best thing is that you go and 100% dedicated at work. And when you leave, then you resign. Every day we accept the work, and every day, end of the day, we resign from there. What does that mean? That we resign means now, after resigning, let's say that you resign from the job, what do? You start thinking about that job, that what you have to do tomorrow? No, you don't think about it. You are completely done, free. I'm done. I'm completely free because I resigned. Right? So every day, if we are able to resign from the job, come back home, and then 100% of us are with our family and with Lord. Then we have no attachment. Right? Versus what happens with all of us is that, oh, we have a production call, we have this call, that call, what I'm going to do tomorrow, what I'm going to do day after tomorrow, this thing's happening, or my colleague is not, like doing nicely, talking nicely to me, he's going to do this. So many things will come in our mind, right? Instead, just resign from the job. Just think that I'm not coming tomorrow, this is what it is, and do it. How you are able to resign it? If we do our job very nicely, honestly. If you are able to do that job very nicely, honestly, then we will be able to resign. Same thing with the kids also, right? If you are in the class, doesn't matter whether it is a Bhagavatam class or it is 5th grade class or science class or math class, whatever that class is, wherever you go in the school, if you have 100% focus on the teacher, you don't have to study after that, isn't it? If you are focused, if you're 100% paying attention to the teacher, then you don't have to pay attention to the rest of the time. Then because you already learned everything over there. So whatever, whenever, wherever we are, be there 100%. Right? So that's why Maharaj Parikshit, so he did that. We were talking about those Naimisharanya sages. It is headed by Shaunaka Muni, and Shaunaka Muni was organizing this yagnas, and Suta Goswami came. Who is Suta Goswami? He is the sage who was in that assembly when Parikshit Maharaj was hearing the Bhagavatam. He was one of the sages. And who gave the Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj? What's his name? What is Shukadev Goswami? So it is a little bit confusing, but it is just Shukadev Goswami is the one who gave the knowledge to Parikshit Maharaj, and Suta Goswami was sitting there. He happened to listen to that whole Bhagavatam. And then he came to Naimisharanya, and this is the version that we read. The Bhagavatam, the version that we have, is the version of Suta Goswami telling to Shaunaka Muni and all the sages over there. So in the beginning, on the first canto, there are total 12 cantos. What do you call in canto in Tamil or other language? Cantos. 12 cantos are there. There are total 325 or 365 chapters are there. And like Prabhu says, 18,000 verses are there, right? So on those, basically what we have on those is glorification of the Lord. And Vyasadev, like Prabhu says, said that Vyasadev, he wrote all the scriptures, like Vedas. He wrote all the Vedas and 4 different Vedas, right? Like what are those 4 Vedas? Rigved, Yajurved, Samved, Arthved, right? Atharved. So all these Vedas he wrote. And what are those talk about? What those Vedas talk about? Like Atharveda. what does it talk about? I have not read it, so I don't know. But I think that what it talks about it is that how in this family life, how you can earn, how you can be prosperous, right? Because like let's say that we buy the home, then we do the Graha Pravesha, right? Or we do marriage ceremony, right? All of those are coming from those Vedas. There are certain things that you have to follow. There are certain things that you have to do, right? So he wrote all of those things, but he was not satisfied. He was not. Sometimes you feel, right, you work so hard and still you don't feel satisfied. So same thing, he was also not feeling satisfied. So then Narad Muni, who was his spiritual master, he came and he said that you are not satisfied because you have not glorified the Lord. So unless until lesson we learn is, unless until we glorify the Lord, we will not be satisfied. And the best way to glorify the Lord is by chanting his name. We did that, right? Say it again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. This is the best way to glorify Lord, right? And like Prabhu says, use the chanting beads, which is made of tulsi mala, tulsi beads are there. Use that, so you're touching the Lord's feet. And what happens with that is chanting, there are so many benefits. One of the benefit is it cleanses our heart. We do not realize. For example, have you seen this pots or something, like the, what do you call, the frying pots, right? And it became so black. If you are continuously using it, then it becomes very black. And if you put the soap, will it come off right away? No, it will not come off right away, right? You have to have, wash it again and again and again and again. And on top of thing that every day you're frying also. You wash it, you're frying. You wash it, frying. It will never be clean, right? Unless until you do extra effort and then clean it and then do it, right? So this is what the chanting is. Right? So chanting is, you will not realize that it is cleaning, but it will clean. Your heart will be cleansed, because we have been, for so many lifetimes, we have been in bad associations or doing bad things or whatever, like so many anarthas, so many attachments we had in so many years. We are not talking about this lifetime. This lifetime is just a fraction, not even a fraction of Brahma's life. Right? So Brahma's life is 100 years. Each day is how many billions of years of our lifetime. One day of Brahma is almost billions of years for us. So think of 100 years of Brahma. So for Brahma, it is just not even a fraction. So for him, when he looked at it our whole life, right? So we have been accumulating all the sins or all the problems that we have, all the attachments that we have for so many years, so that heart has been very, very black. And in order to clean that, we have this opportunity in this human life, right? We have to go through 8.4 million life cycles to get the human life. And on top of that, how many of Minnesotans are here? Hardly 0.00001% of those Minnesotans are here, right? So not everyone is fortunate enough to hear about the Lord also. So this is what our opportunity is, and this is what we can do. So please chant. It is very nice, kids. I'm really impressed with all of you. You have been chanting so nicely, and even the adults, their round was finished, but you waited until you finish your round. Otherwise, normally the kids, as soon as the parents are done, they are also going to wrap up their beads, and then they will be done with the chanting beads also. So I'm really impressed with all of you. Please continue to chant. Whenever, even if you are going to sleep, it hardly takes 7 minutes, 8 minutes, chant Krishna's name. 2 minutes, chant Krishna's name. 1 minute, chant Krishna's name. Or even one time, chant Krishna's name, right? That has a lot of benefits. There is a very nice analogy that I can give, that the Krishna consciousness, chanting the Lord's name. For example, let's say that what do you want to be in future? Like when you grow up, as an Indian, we always think about either the doctor or the engineer or something like that. So what do you want to be? Anyone has any idea, kids? Gayatri? Doctor. She wants to be a doctor, right? So Gayatri wants to be a doctor. So what do you have to do? you have to study, right? You have to, let's say that you study at what is that, NMSQT or no? What is the exam that you have to give? So you have to go to the graduate school, right? Undergrad school. You have to do 4 years of degree, then you have to take the exam, then you have to do another 2 years of degree or 4 years of studies. MCAT, right? MCAT and other things she has to get. So let's say that she studies until 12. Is she doctor now after 12? No, she is still not doctor. She goes to the graduate school, undergraduate school, 4 years she does it. Is she doctor now? No, she is not doctor. If she leaves from there, right? Then she has to give the exam, MCAT. Then after that, again, she has to study for 4 years or 3 years, 2 years, whatever it is. Is she doctor yet? No. After giving MCAT, no doctor. After doing all of that, no doctor. Then she has to practice, go and do the volunteer or whatever it is, residency they call it. Then they will become a doctor. So that process of becoming a doctor is not be a doctor right away, right? Versus Krishna consciousness is a different process and the goal. So her goal is to become a doctor, and the process is go through these steps, right? Which is not making her a doctor right away. But Krishna consciousness, process and goal is same. So goal is to have the love of Godhead, right? And the love of Godhead or glorify the Lord. And the process is glorify the Lord. How? Chant Krishna's name. You, as soon as you take Krishna's name one time, you are there. You have the love of God. You don't have to wait to become a doctor. So the goal always in Krishna consciousness, goal and process is same. In material life, it is not same. Goal is different and you have to follow that process. Sometimes you fall down, sometimes this happened, that happened, you never reach goal, or even if you reach goal, it's a long process, but it is different, two different things. But Krishna consciousness is different, right? Goal and process is same. So I think that we are already at the point of finishing our time, because it is 6:45. So we'll recite just one shloka. So at least it will give you the idea that how to recite and other things. Yes.
I think 1.7 till 1.7 we completed. Anyone remember? Last time I'm telling you.
Somehow I think that Surendra Prabhu said that 129 he completed one second chapter. Were you on second chapter or no?
I think we were about to start it or something.
Okay. Whatever. We can pick just one. Which one do you?
Anyway, we can pick, right? So
Yeah. So again, on the first canto, first chapter, right? So basically, it is a question and answer. Whole Bhagavatam is question and answer. Okay. So first thing, who is the original one who asked the question? Shaunaka Muni, right? Shaunaka Muni, who are doing the yagnas to delay the effect of Kali Yuga. So they asked questions. There are 6 questions that they asked. Okay. The first questions they asked is, what is the ultimate good for people in general? Right? We want to know that what is ultimately good for us. Is it becoming a doctor is the ultimate good, or becoming an engineer is the ultimate good, or going to the Disneyland is the ultimate good, or playing on the like video games, Fortnite or whatever it is? What do you guys play? Fortnite? Okay. Or Roblox or whatever it is, right? So I'm also father of this age of your son of like singing. My son is also like in 5th grade. So I know all of these things. So don't worry about it, right? Roblox or Fortnite. So is that the ultimate good? Right? Why it is not ultimate good? You enjoy playing it, right?
Yeah.
Then why it is not ultimate good? Ultimate good. I'm asking about ultimate good. Huh? Now tell me, what were you playing 2 years back? You were playing Roblox 2 years back also? I doubt. Before it used to be Subway Surfer, right? Right? Remember Subway Surfer? How much we used to play Subway Surfer or this Candy Crush or those type of things, right? All of those games, it was ultimate that this is what the best game is. This is what it is. I don't want anything else. But what happened after 1 year? That is gone. So that ultimate good, what it was 1 year back, is no more give you any interest, right? How many times you can go to Disneyland? 1 time, 2 times, 10 times. If I put you over there in the ride, every time this, I will say, Dad, I'm done. I don't want to be there. I'm done with this ultimate good. Now I want another thing. So that means that this is not an ultimate good, right? So as you grow, you will realize that whatever you felt that this is gives you much more, like happiness or these things, these are all temporary happiness. For adults also, for us also. How many times we thought that we will go to, come to US and it will give the ultimate happiness to us. We all know that we have done, right? What ultimate happiness we have? Loads. Right? So that's the thing that we have to understand. So that is why this Shaunaka Muni is asking on behalf of us that what is that ultimate good is. Then second question that he asks is, what is the essence of all the religious scriptures? Because he knows that so many religious scriptures are there, all of those things are there, people will be bewildered, they will take misunderstanding all of those things and take the advantage, unnecessary advantage of those scriptures. Like we take it, in the scripture it says that you can sacrifice the animal and then you can eat it, right? Or you can do these things and then you can do these things, right? Yeah, you can do that, but go and do this, pay whatever the donations and this thing or that thing, and then your sin will be covered or something like that. In the name of religious, we try to hide all those things. So he is asking that what is the essence of the religious scriptures, and by which the actual self becomes satisfied. So what is the essence that will satisfy us? Then the third question he asked is, now he asked that why did Lord took birth in Dwarka? Okay, so from Devaki. So he asked that why did Lord took birth? Then what are the acts that he performs? So he's asking about all the activities that Lord did, and then he's also asking about all the avatars. So all the different avatars are given in this Bhagavatam, all the 10 avatars and even other avatars also. And then after Krishna left, because by that time Krishna already left, so where the dharma took the shelter. Okay, so those were the 6 questions, and then those questions were given in chapter 2 and chapter 3. So then you will say that you have 365. You just said that 365 chapters are there, and he already answered all these questions in 2 chapters. Then what is this on the other things, right? So that's what it is. When we are inquisitive, then the questions will come on the answers. So when he answers, then questions, then answers, then questions, right? So that is what called the inquisitiveness. If we have the interest in the subject matter, then we will ask more. We will go into deeper and deeper and deeper, right? So that's what this Bhagavatam is. Bhagavatam is full of questions and answers, full of stories. The answers are in the form of the stories, very nice stories that will help us to relate, to understand who the devotees of the Lord is, what their activities are, what Lord's activities are, what their relationship is, how can we serve, how can we glorify the Lord, and all of those things. Right? So that's all for today. We will just recite a couple of shlokas, so it will give the rhythm that you can learn. Which one did you pick, Prabhu?
First sloka, second chapter.
Second chapter, first shloka.
Yes, sir.
So you can read, we can start slowly. There are 2-3 different tunes that the shlokas are, but they're very easy. So everyone can recite after this. Vyasa uvacha,
Vyasa uvacha,
Vyasa uvacha,
Vyasa uvacha,
iti, Samprishna iti Samprishna Samvrishto iti Samprishna Samvrishto iti Samprishna Samvrishto Vipranam Roma Harshani Vipranam Roma Harshini Vyasavacha iti Samprishna Samvrishto Vipranam Roma Harshani Pratipujya vachastesham Prabhaktum Chakrame Anyone would like to try? Kids, you want to try or adults? Anyone? Try. Hindi ka. Oh, okay. Hindi will be more difficult.
Vyasavacha.
Vyasavacha. You will say that.
Iti Samprishna Samvrishto. Vipranam Roma Harshini. Pratipujya vachastesham. Pravaktum upachakrame.
Very nice. Anyone else? You want to try?
Vyasa uvacha iti samprashna sanrishto Vipranam Roma Harshini Pratipujya vachastesham Pravaktum upachakrame.
You're all Mahabharat. Already reciting very nicely. Anyone else wants to try? Gayatri, you want to try? Try it.
Vyasavacha iti Samprashna Samprishto Vipranam Rama Harshani Pratipujya vasistesham Pravaktum upachakrame.
Very nice. Anyone else? Kids, you want to try? Try. That's how you will learn. No one is laughing at you. No one is like saying anything.
Yeah, just read English.
Just try. See, one thing I tell you that we have been taking kids class for so long, right? And they don't understand the meaning. They don't do any, follow all those things, but they just recite these shlokas looking at the English. And I see their pronunciation has been cleared so much. If you go and look at the others, it is very difficult for them to roll the tongue, right? It is difficult. And their pronunciation is also, not so great. But these kids, if they learn this shlokas, their memory increase and their pronunciation increase. Go ahead. Try.
Vyasavacha iti Samprashna Samrishto Vipranam Roma Harshini Pratipujya vatastesham Pravaktum upachakrame.
Follow. No. If you give them options, I don't think anybody is going to miss. Let everyone read continuously.
Vyasavacha iti
samprashna samrishto.
Iti samprashna samrishto.
Vipranam Roma Harshani.
Vipranam Roma Harshani.
Pratipuja Vachastesham.
Pratipuja Vachastesham.
Pravaktum Upachakrame.
Pravaktum Upachakrame.
Vyasa Uvacha.
Vyasa Uvacha.
Iti Samprashna Samhrishto.
Iti samprashna samrishto.
Vipranam Roma Harshini.
Vipranam Roma Harshini.
Pratipuja Vachastesham.
Pratipuja Vachastesham.
Pravaktum Upachakrame.
Pravaktum Upachakrame.
Very nice.
Vyasa Uvacha.
Vyasa Uvacha.
Iti Samprashna Samhrishto.
Iti samprashna samrishto.
Vipranam Rama Harshini.
Vipranam Roma Harshini.
Pratipuja Vachastesham.
Pratipuja Vachastesham.
Pravaktum
Upachakrame.
Upachakrame.
Pravaktum Upachakrame.
Yes.
Vyasa Ukha.
Vyasa
Uvacha.
So if you see the line on A, right? So then it is not it is a. Vyasa, uvacha, uvacha. So cha, but uva. Okay. So yes, go ahead. Vyasa uvacha.
Iti Samprashna Samprishto.
Iti samprashna samrishto.
Vipranam Rama Harshini.
Vipranam Roma Harshini.
Pratipuja Vachastesham.
Pratipuja Vachastesham.
Pravaktam Upachakrame.
Pravaktum Upachakrame.
Very nice.
Vyasa Uvacha.
Vyasa Uvacha.
Iti Samprashna Samprishto.
Iti samprashna samrishto.
Vipranam Rama Harshini.
Vipranam Roma Harshini.
Pratipuja
Pratipuja Vachastesham. Pravaktum Upachakrame.
Very nice. Right. Can you read? No, he cannot read. Okay.
He started.
Okay, that's okay. Very nice, kids. I'm very impressed. Nice job. What you can do is you can learn Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter. It is easy, 20 shlokas, and you read. It takes 5 minutes to read the whole shlokas, right? So next 12th chapter. So if you can learn that 12th chapter, that will help you with the pronunciation, with all those things, and it is a very nice chapter to read. It is very, very auspicious to read 12th chapter and 15th chapter. And Mataji, for you especially, you please read 12th chapter, 15th chapter in Narsimha Kavacham. And Prabhu can share the Narsimha Kavacham with you. And 12th chapter, 15th chapter, please morning you read 12th chapter, 15th chapter in Narsimha Kavacham. So I think that's, we can go through the translation quickly. Ugra, yeah, read.
Goswami, the son of Roma Harsana, being fully satisfied by the perfect questions of the Brahmanas, that fell and thus attempted to reply.
Right? So very nice. What it is, and the purport. You want to read the purport? Read.
The sages of
Goswami.
Goswami 6 questions, and so he answering them one by
One by one. So,
Yeah, answer, you have the answer.
no, one by one, he's answering one by one. And in the second, so this is the second chapter, right? And those 6 questions we already talked about. Can you say one of the questions that we say?
One question.
Just remember any of the question, or any of the kids remember that 6 questions that I said. What are the 6 questions? Out of that, just one question. whatever format you remember. Do you remember? So that is what we were talking about, right?
Is one of the questions like how to make how to fall in love, how to like get the God's love on you, like never mind.
No, good. Try.
Good try.
Huh? Try. Think about it. Anyone remembers? Any questions that I said 6 questions were there?
How do big people?
Big people already know everything.
So I'll tell you one answer. So he asked, like, what is the ultimate goal?
Ultimate
We
goal.
talk about goal and process.
I
Right?
couldn't
What's the ultimate good?
Yeah.
What is the ultimate good?
I
Right?
couldn't like choose the right word.
Okay. So those are the 6 questions. Like again, again the 6th question is the ultimate good, right? For all people in general. Doesn't matter whether you are Hindu, you are Muslim, you are Christian, you are what you are, black, white, brown, whatever you are. Doesn't matter. They did not ask all those questions, right? They said ultimate good for all people in general. Then second question was religious scriptures, right? So what is the essence of all the religious scriptures? Because our life is very short. Now we don't live 10,000 years, right? So our life is very short. We all need like what do you call snapshots now, or reels, whatever they call it, like small reels they call it now, right? So that's what we want, shorts. That's what we want now. So that is, they already knew. Thousands of years back they knew this Instagram is coming, Facebook is coming, and all those things are coming. That's why they know that the attention span will be very less, and that's why they ask that what is the essence of all the scriptures. Then they ask that where Lord Shri Krishna, why did Lord Shri Krishna took birth, right? And why he chose Devki for taking the birth. That's another one. Then his activities, all the activities that he has performed. Then all the avatars, right? So all the different avatars, and then where this dharma has taken shelter after Sri Krishna left. So then he is giving the answers to that. So nice thing that, see, the Bhagavatam is not somewhere in the sky and then we will just learn and then it has no practical meaning. It has all the practical meanings in the world. How? Because it will teach us just this shloka that we read, right? What did he do? What is he saying? That he is fully satisfied by the perfect questions, right? So one thing is that we have to, when we ask questions, then we think about it, what the questions are, and we only ask the perfect question if we know the subject matters, we study those things. So we spend some time and then study and then ask questions. But that does not stop us to ask question, because we are in novice, we are in early stages. Ask any questions. But so that is the perfect questions. Then second thing he did is he thanked them. So isn't it, this is what we do in corporate world also? Anybody asks the question, oh, thank you, it is very nice question. Where it is coming from? 10,000 years back, right? And it is, after that, it is very nice that the second to fourth or fifth text, he thanked his spiritual master. He thanked different personalities like Vyasadeva, Mother Saraswati, author Vyasadeva. He thanked all of them. Isn't it? That's what we do when we do the presentation. I don't know how many of you have done master's degree or any degree or presentation. We thank, oh, I'm thankful for this company to sponsor me, or I'm thankful to do this one, these things, right? Isn't it? We do that. We thank people who helped us. We thank the audience who are there. All of these things are there. So we learn all these things, the manners, the etiquettes, the things that how we talk, how we do it, and be Krishna conscious. So when now if you give any presentation and if you thank somebody, then you will think that, oh yeah, second canto. So then you remember Krishna, right? You remember Bhagavatam. Then automatically whatever you are doing, even though it is a material activities, it becomes spiritualized. Because now you have the connections with those activities. And you are connecting with Krishna, all those activities. So anytime you are thinking and doing some activities, even though it is illegal activities, you are doing the operations in the operation theater, and you are thinking about Krishna, that, oh, Krishna, so nicely you have made this body, and I'm just the instrument. I'm trying to fix that. I know that you are the one who created this body. You are the one who is the perfect creator, but something is wrong, and I'm doing to the best of my ability. As soon as you think about that and do the operation, then that becomes a spiritual activity for you. Because you are thanking Krishna for that. You are realizing that how great he is, what kind of creation he has created, and what is our part of that in that creation. Right? So with that, we will end. It's already too late. I'm sorry I took you for so long. But I think we will have the Aarti. Yes.
I just have one question that's like
Yes,
been on my
yes.
mind for a while. So, like you were saying that like
Naimisharanya.
yeah, they're like the sages were all like doing pujas and stuff to like delay the Kali Yuga. So I was just wondering why they were trying to delay it, because like it's gonna, I don't know, eventually happen. So like
Right.
I don't get the point of like the whole
Yeah. So the Kali Yuga, the effect of Kali Yuga, right? So the effect. What is the effect of Kali Yuga is that the people in Kali Yuga will be short-lived. They will be quarrelsome, and they will be like quarrelsome, short-lived. Madness, illusion will be there. Huh? Greedy, madness, illusion, short-lived, and miserable. Those are the things that will be there. It's the symptoms of Kali Yuga. So now, for example, let's say that just I'm giving a material example, right? We all know that we are gonna be old, right? We will be getting the old age, and then we will die eventually, right? But what do? Just because we know that we are gonna die, are we gonna just sit and do nothing? No. We will do exercise, we will do yoga, we will try, we will put cream, we will do all those things, right? To delay that old age or the effect of old age. You know that what old age is not the problem, it's the effect of the old age is the problem, right? When you are not able to walk, or you are not able to see, you are not able to hear, you are not able to eat, all these problems are the old age problems. It can happen in 20 years age also. But you are delaying that the effect of old age by doing certain activities. So similarly, the Naimisharanyas, they were caring about all of the people in general. So they wanted to delay the effect of Kali Yuga. Does that answer you?
Yeah.
Okay. So kids, you want to decide this?
Okay, stand up and read, everybody.
We can. This is Nashima prayer, right? Yes. So we can sit also, or you do it at standing, or how do you do that?
Usually like just stand up.
Stand up. Okay. Nice.
You can sit for a long time.
Yes. Who wants to sing Nashima prayer? Sunil wants to sing Nashima prayer.
Everybody else together. I else will get to one time one by one. Choose, decide. They all together sing. Ready? Okay, quiet and start. 1.
Everything is different. This is good with we do. She's bringing other Anchamuga. So in the meantime, you can sing the other songs.
wanted to thank all of you for the contributions that you have made. It is really wonderful. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. This is for all Mataji's.
Yes, so thank you very much. We are very grateful. And please, come anytime over there, Sundays, Fridays, whatever works for you. It is still in the process of getting all the approvals and everything, and then we will have when you were there, then you might have seen the pole barn, and that's the pole barn that will be converted into a temple. So it will take some time, but hopefully within 3 to 4 months it will be up and running. So after that, you plan on the weekends, whatever works.
Yeah.
It will be a treat for all of us. Yes.
We can plan summer things, Prabha. For kids, we have some kind of summer activities. We have some summer activities, some kind of games with the spiritual games.
Yes.
So,
right now it is just we have to do the focus will be on the renovation and other things, and then we will do that. So you use this one and then you do it like that's the water. Yeah. Kids, are you enjoying this? Kids, answer the question. What do you like the most? Reading shlokas, you reciting the shlokas? Huh? Reciting shlokas you like? Very perfectly good. Krishna, what do you like chanting? What about you, Susan? What do you like? What do you like? So you should learn. Right? See, did you know that how to read? No, you learn, right? So you learn over the time the things, and that's what you have to do. So if you like somebody to do that, then you should learn first, right? Huh? No, you can feel it after that, right? You try. So you have to close your mouth, and then air has to come with a very small pore, and that has to match over there, and then it will go very nicely, right? What else? What did you like? Singing the shlokas. So you know how to. All of you have phone or no? No. 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 Very good. So you are saved now.
Very good.
Very good. You are saved. Okay. From all this bombardment. So, iPad, you have iPad? iPad you have, right? So iPad you already have. So why do you need phone? So in iPad you will search database.io. Okay, you type database.io, and on that one you will see Bhagavad Gita. There are a lot of books over there. Here it is. Here, probably showing that. Library, go to library. The first page here. Look at it. So library here. You will see this Bhagavad Gita. Right. So go on that one Bhagavad Gita and look for chapter 12. Okay, chapter 12. And devotional service. What is devotional service? So any service, any work that you do with the devotion, that is a devotional service. Okay, and that is the most important thing. Okay, like we talked about it. So this chapter, if you click on text 1, it is very nice. You already know, right? You know 12 chapters, right? By heart? No? So can you take the responsibility of teaching all the kids the 12 chapter?
How?
No, you come here, right? So you sit down with them and you recite and they will repeat. No, whenever you come to the program, like you came today, right? So you sit down with the kids and then you recite and they will learn. And your goal should be to learn this by heart without looking at it. Right? So you learn without looking at it and they will learn by looking at it. Okay? So here it is. Arjuna Vacha Evam Satata Yuktaye Bhaktastvam Paryupasate Yechapyaksharam Avyaktam Tesham Ki Yoga Vittama. That is the tune for the whole chapter. Okay? So read that at home, and this is the best chapter that you can learn. If you learn this, then go Bhagavad Gita, you know. Okay? Jai. Hare Krishna.
అందరు దండం పెట్టుకోండి ఒకసారి
Everyone pay obeisances. Pay obeisances. Pay obeisances. Very nice. Very nice pay obeisances. Okay, we can take prasadam. Okay? Prasadam. That is also the devotee of the Lord Shri Krishna. These people are near best. It's easy for her, but still, it's not everyone. No, hosting the programs is not easy. And it's tough. Taking the house. All the things that in the process, everything.
That's what they mean, bro. Wait. How many kids are there? How many
No, this is the pairs. I will send it to you. The only thing is that I will tell her that this bath and
course I do.
No,